Sam Medina from Sleep Services.
How you doing, Mike?
What in the world is Sleep Services?
Well, Sleep Services is a company. We're a company that diagnoses sleep apnea, obstructive sleep apnea.
Sure.
So more and more sleep apnea is becoming more and more prevalent in the medical society. Medical.
I saw a picture on Facebook of somebody yesterday, and they were all going into their sleep. They're all wired up with stuff. Is that probably what they're doing? Is being diagnosed?
That is an in-home lab. Not an in-home. That's a lab study. And what my company does, our company, is we do the in-home sleep study.
So because I would never go to a lab. I just couldn't do it. So so you do it in the people's home.
We do it at the people's home. Nobody's there sleeping with them. They use a wireless device to record their sleep patterns.
So no one's in the house, looking through the curtains, watching them sleeping or something. So it's very non-invasive.
It's very
the people get to be comfortable. Because if I went to a lab to sleep, I wouldn't sleep anyway.
And that's one of the drawbacks about that, because you have all these wires and you have somebody else watching you.
You've got a great solution there.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Now let's go all the way back. What's sleep apnea?
Sleep apnea is basically a cessation of breathing, stoppage of breathing, more than 10 seconds.
Wow.
Yes.
Could be dangerous.
It could be dangerous. It can lead to diabetics, heart conditioning, strokes.
What causes it? It's just a natural, how your body grows and you end up with it, huh?
It could be fatigueness. It could be you're drinking too much caffeine.
So it's not especially just overweight people.
It's overweight also too.
Yeah.
So people who have hypertension, obese, diabetics. So.
And now once they get it diagnosed, I guess there's a machine or something.
It's called a CPAP machine.
CPAP.
Yes.
Are you involved in that too, or just like diagnosis?
We do the diagnosis, but also involved with sending people to the proper companies to set them up on CPAP machines.
Because they could get taken advantage of if they get with the wrong company.
Yes, and the doctors will look at the report and tell them what to do.
Now, do you have doctors in your organization?
We have board-certified sleep doctors that read and interpret.
Okay.
And they send the reports back to the primary care physician.
I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, how does the client get to you? Does it come through a doctor?
They go to the doctor. Yes, the doctor refers them over to us, and we call the insurance, and we
make sure the insurance covers it. But nowadays, everybody with the Obamacare, we all should have insurance by now.
We should have insurance right now. Yeah, most insurances do cover it, and depends on the plan. Some have 90%, 10% coverage, 80-20. So it just depends.
And can you take us through the, what do you call it, an observation or a test or diagnosis?
Well, once we set the patient up, we'll ship out the device to the patient. It comes with instructions, Spanish, English. The patient puts it on, very user-friendly. They put it on their forehead, tests everything. They push a button, it tells them what to do.
So you never go to the house?
We never go to the house.
Oh, that's even less invasive.
Yes.
You think, oh man, these guys are going to come out, they got to come in my bedroom, I got to have everything cleaned up and looking just right. No. And you never come, so it's very, very non-invasive.
Very, very non-invasive.
Probably the most non-invasive way to do this at all.
Correct, yes. Yeah. And like I said, more people like that.
Right.
And I wish more doctors would see that as that's a great alternative instead of sending them to a sleep lab.
Yeah. But it'd be nice if the insurance covered it too. So
yes, and most insurances do cover that.
They probably like it because I'm sure it's cheaper to do it your way than to go to the lab and do all that. So
the in-lab test usually runs about $1,200 to $2,500. Our cost for home studies is about $300.
Now the people who have this, I don't know if you call it a disease or a condition.
It's a disease.
Yeah, they don't really, they don't know they stop sleeping, I guess.
No, unless their bed partner tells them that they have some sort of stop breathing. People hear them snore, and most people say, oh, that's a typical, snore. But if you hear them stop breathing, and I'm going to give you an example. If they're going, that gives you a highly indication that they have some sort of sleep apnea.
I've heard that sound. So
yeah, and if they wake up moodiness.
Yeah, I woke myself up with that exact sound a few times.
Correct.
So,
yeah.
So is people who snore, is it likely that they have sleep apnea?
Not all people who snore have sleep apnea. They may have upper respiratory syndrome, but if you hear a pause, it's breathing, and they wake up in the morning and feel like they have not got a good night's sleep, that's another indication.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, is people who do get successfully diagnosed, how does it improve their life?
Well, because with the CPAP, it gives them more energy. The CPAP acts as an air splint between the tongue and the palate to get the airway cleared up. So they wake up more refreshed, more energized, and not in a bad mood.
But you say with the sleep apnea, it could lead to other health issues.
Correct.
So you need to get it diagnosed.
You need
and
to get it
fixed.
diagnosed, yes.
Especially now that you can get it done this way in a non-invasive way in your home.
In your home.
Not too expensive way. Hopefully the insurance covers.
Correct, yes.
And
Yeah, most PPOs will take it. Our company, most PPOs will accept it. Also, we'll also do the Covered California, and we do offer a cash price.
Oh, so if you just have the cash, you don't want to mess with that, you can just buy it.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, you can do the test right then and there.
Yeah, do we have the way to reach you on the screen there? I see a website or an email address.
That's an email. They can reach me there at smedinasleep@gmail.com.
Okay. Sam Medina Sleep Service. So you're the owner?
No, I work for a company that's based out of Simi Valley.
Okay,
But I'm the sleep management coordinator that works in the Central Valley.
Oh, in the Central Valley. So if you have sleep apnea, or better yet, if you know somebody who does have sleep apnea, I guess they could call you. Would you refer them to a doctor?
Yeah, they can call me, or they can go to their primary care physician and have them, say, I want a home sleep test.
Home sleep test.
Instead of a lab
and
test.
I know where to get it from Steve Medina.
Sam.
See, I'm trying to read the screen there. It's so small.
Yeah.
Sam Medina. So we needed some kind of test for bad eyesight, too. That'll help. So, Sam Medina Sleep Services. Thank you for coming on our show.
No
I think
problem.
our viewers, many viewers,
you.
are going to find this very valuable.
Yeah, I hope more and more people recognize that sleep apnea is becoming more and more prevalent and take care of it, because there's people out there driving that have sleep apnea that can cause the death out there by accidents.
That's right. Okay, Sam Medina Sleep Services. Email them or call me and I'll give you his phone number. We'll be back with more Central Valley Business right after this.